Well, how do you contain something like that? Like, have you done any research on it?
No, but we had a kid who had measles this year,
Oh,
and everyone
God.
was freaking out about that because you're supposed to, like, get your measles vaccination to come to college. You have to, like, sign a form that says you've been vaccinated, but this kid wasn't. And
He should just transfer at this point. Everyone's going to call him Measles Kid for the rest of the year.
Were parents like anti-vaxxers?
I don't know.
You know that whole movement, though?
Yeah.
Why do people not like vaccines?
They believe it gives people like autism and other like learning disabilities.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that one. It's just like this very niche group.
And there's also people that say like it's like government trying to like control us and try to kill us slowly. There's like a number of different things that they think.
Is it like a conspiracy type niche group, or is it like pretty common practice that people don't like vaccines?
It goes up and down. Like it's kind of trendy. It's like a trendy thing.
Yeah,
that
it's
happens.
like kind of an elite, like either wealthy or I think there's a group of, like in New York, I think there's a certain Jewish sect that believes in it, and like they don't give any vaccines to their kids.
Hi, I'm Sarah Slugs.
And this is Jack Bigelow.
And this is Brendan Kilcoyne.
And this is Conor Holway. And back to Slugs.
And this is our golden hour.
Oh God, what's going on? Where am I going? Dad?
Yes, my son. I am Deuce, the deer god.
I'm so confused. Who am I?
Derek. Your true name is Dercules. Dercules.
Wait, what?
Yes. You are Dercules, the god of the forest. Season 5.
Hosted by your favorite podcast host, Big Bochi. You already know the deal, mother. What's up? And the double clap signifies the start of an episode. Am I over here? Am I in frame?
Yep.
Whoa, before we begin, hey everybody, this is Conor Holway of the Golden Hours podcast, and listen, if you by chance get any sort of value from this episode, whether you laugh, cry, you're entertained, or you learned something, dude, just share it with a friend. And we got a special team episode today, not the full team, but a good unit, say 4 of 7, dropping like flies, what's going on? Nonetheless, who's on my left? I'm producing the episode today, as everyone can see. I'm in the producer seat. What's up, guys? It's me. And who's on my left?
You tell me. What's my nickname?
I don't know. I've been working on a nickname for B. What do you guys think?
Well, you just said a nickname, but yeah. I understand.
I know, but it's something new. All right, you guys want to introduce yourselves? Or?
All right, Brendan.
It's me, Jack,
It's Sarah Slugs.
and Big Bochi.
And I'm here. Okay, so listen, I think we might have we might be sitting on like 10 episodes right now. And so,
That many?
yeah, because I need to take like a smooth 9 to 10 day break from running episodes because I got to go into the spirit realm. I do. I just got to take like a 9-day break. And I looked back and I was like, yo. And I went through all the episodes and it seemed like we've hit on like 14 different industries this year, which is really dope. And so I just wanted to start off, B, since you're kind of brand new, what your favorite's been thus far and why.
So I've done about, I think like this is my 7th maybe. I've got like quite a variety of episodes. The medium psychic one was definitely the craziest, and I could barely I didn't know what to think of it because it was just totally new, and like I was personally involved in it. I think also the Tulsi campaign organizers I really liked because it was an interesting conversation. They got down to the issues and they seemed really like immersed in those issues. So
You like Tulsi, right, Slugs?
Yeah, that one was
those
my
two
favorite.
stand out for sure.
Tulsi's been your favorite ever?
I think so. I mean, to watch when I was editing the psychic one, I was like, whoa. But
Can she read my mind?
I know, but to be present for was the Tulsi one.
No, can I tell you something that was really nice? Is when Slugs landed the doctors. That got me so
they
pumped.
weren't doctors,
Well,
but
the scientists.
I told him they were doctors, and he's like, "Oh, so how long have you been doctors?" And they're like, We're not doctors.
Yeah, did you hear about this?
No.
Slugs was like, I'm in class. I can't get on the phone with them. Oh, God. So I was like, all right, like, what's their names? She was like, there are these doctors from Northeastern. They're studying the virus. So I hop on the phone with them. I was like, yeah, so how long you guys been doctors for? Where'd you guys go to med school? They're like, we're research mathematicians. And I was like, Slugs, I'm going to hit you with the choke slam, dude. Bixx. Bixx will sometimes watch him back, like in the morning, just to assess. What is your favorite been thus far this year?
Well, my most recent favorite is our most recent podcast with the Medium. I loved it. It was great entertainment. Watched it this morning, or listened to it this morning. What else?
Did you like the information she shared? Like, was it new for you?
No, nothing new, but she was. I thought she spoke very well, and there was good conversation between the two of you. And it was definitely entertaining with all the different things that she brought forth for you guys.
See, it's interesting when I ask you which episodes are good episodes, because like you like when I'm like most like relaxed, but I don't always think that dictates the best podcast. You know
I wouldn't say relaxed, but you guys were able to hold a conversation where there wasn't any like this dry space where you were trying to like look for questions.
I hate fishing. It's the worst because then you end up saying dumb shit.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There was some dumb shit in the beginning, and you're just trying to crack some jokes, lighten the mood a little bit. But
no, it's actually no bullshit. I'm not even gonna like trying to shake my own tree here, but I was like, "Yo, your Halloween must be lit." That shit was hilarious.
I was just like shaking my head when I heard that. I was like, "This kid's ridiculous."
Well, imagine her like in Salem at Halloween time.
Is that where she lives, in Salem?
No, but imagine that.
You also threw the ginger joke around a few times.
Oh, toss.
Yeah, you kept on going orange peel, and it's just like, this guy's such a douche.
I got the same shit. I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, no, it was all good.
So I think one thing that I really want to emphasize, like after I take this little bit of a break, this like 7-8 day break, whatever it is I just want to make sure we run episodes that you guys like really like and that you guys can really get stuff from. Because I feel best when we run episodes and people hit me up and they're like, yo, that helped a lot, or like, yo, we got a lot from that. So like moving forward, if there are, again, specific people that you guys like really want to link with, like I would love to do that. So me and Slugs got a little scheme going on. Did you hit those people up?
No, not yet.
So again, this doesn't have to be like a news-oriented episode, but Slugs, how much has the virus changed since we had the scientists up?
Yeah, since they were here, like it got really bad in Italy, and now there's like a pandemic in Europe, and people are freaking out. And like my cousin's studying abroad at Florence, and that's where it is, and they're shutting down study abroad programs and sending kids home.
Is it bad? It's really bad in Italy?
Yeah.
What have you heard about it, P?
Yeah, so the past week, the development's not been optimistic. I mean, a lot of people are prepping for it here too. Just the nature of the virus, like, just multiplicates. So it's gonna come here eventually. It just depends on how we're able to contain it. So
I mean, we were able to deal with the Zika a couple of years ago, so I think we'll be okay. We'll be able to deal with it.
What animal is Zika?
It was the mosquitoes, wasn't it?
Isn't Zika though like you don't even know you have it? You just get bitten by a mosquito, and then and
then you have 4 days to live.
Oh really?
No, I was talking to my ass.
That'd be deadly.
No, but when I was in Australia, it was big because Chinese tourists are like massive this time of year in Australia, and because they can't come over right now, like people were basically giving shit away, like at markets. Like that's like the big thing for Chinese,
immigrants there.
Not immigrants, but just like people on vacation to come and buy things at the market for whatever reason. And so like fish and fruit and all that stuff was like dirt cheap because of that.
You bought it?
No, I didn't buy any fish. I did get some fruit though.
That's that risk, boy.
No, it wasn't in the Chinese.
It's like Chinese fish. Oh shit, it's mad cheap though.
It's not from China, bro.
The Chinatown in Boston's getting rocked too. Like their numbers are way down. No one wants to go there.
Well, the whole market is down.
Well, yeah, and the manufacturers in China, like a lot of people can't order their
yeah, like our boy Mike Rosa, he was supposed to get this clothing from this company that he works with, and only half the order came. The rest of it couldn't be shipped out because contamination.
Did you end up going through mass printing?
No, that was a separate thing.
Or was that the Teespring stuff?
No, this was the Dissident. It's like his his luxury clothing, whatever you want to call it.
His like novelty pieces.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, where have you guys been getting most of your information in news?
Twitter, mostly. I mean, it's just constant. Like, it's all different sources, and people could tweet whatever they want at any second, so it's faster than any consistent news source.
Do you find yourself believing everything you're reading on Twitter? Because, like, that Atlantic article you sent me had, like, the most clickbait title of all time. It was like, you're definitely going to get the coronavirus. That was the name of the title. And I was like, of course Slugs would look at this and freak out.
She's bugging.
I did freak out. I was freaking out when it was like 800 people had it. Because I watch all these documentaries about how that's going to wipe out humans. And I don't know.
How do you feel about being at a major university? Like that's what I'd be afraid of.
They sent out an email to all the teachers today, and they're like, prepare your classes to be taught online in case we can't have kids come back after spring break.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking, like exchange students. Like that's what happened in Boston. That's the first case of it, right?
Well, when me and B were at PC,
a
close friend of ours got meningitis, bacterial meningitis. Remember that?
I do.
Dude, the individual we're talking about, paused, but I was laying in the bed with him the day before he got it.
Oh, God.
And then they didn't know what it was. And as soon as they found out it was bacterial meningitis, it was like this huge deal. How much were the vaccines at PC?
It was like, what do you mean? Like three? It was 3 stages. Are you saying how much it cost?
I think it was like $3 million it cost.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, it was serious. I mean, they would have had a PR crisis if they didn't deal with it the right way.
Well, how do you contain something like that? Like, have you done any research on it?
No, but we had a kid who had measles this year, and
Oh,
everyone
God.
was freaking out about that because you're supposed to, like, get your measles vaccination to come to college. You have to, like, sign a form that says you've been vaccinated, but this kid wasn't. And
He should just transfer at this point. Everyone's going to call him Measles Kid for the rest of the year.
Were parents like anti-vaxxers?
I don't know.
You know that whole movement though?
Yeah.
Why do people not like vaccines?
They believe it gives people like autism and other like learning disabilities.
Yeah, I mean I've heard that one. It's just like this very niche group.
And there's also people that say like it's like government trying to like control us and try to kill us slowly. There's like a number of different things that they think.
Is it like a conspiracy type niche group, or is it like pretty common practice that people don't like vaccines?
It goes up and down. Like it's kind of trendy. It's like a trendy thing.
Yeah,
that
it's
happens.
like kind of an elite, like either wealthy or I think there's a group of like in New York. I think there's a certain Jewish sect that believes in it, and like they don't give any vaccines to their kids.
Now, where do you get most of your info be?
I go off Twitter, but like I'm not like I try to filter it out. Like I find like actual sources, like article links from Twitter.
I'm just wondering how, like, moving forward, the podcast can be more holistic with like all the information we use, because like as this grows, we're gonna have to be more trustworthy. At least me specifically, I'm gonna have to make sure I'm not up here saying just bullshit, because they're more and more people are gonna like tune in and they're gonna be like, oh shit, this is like the Golden Deer podcast, like the plug in Boston, and I'm gonna be up here saying dumb shit like all the time.
Get some libel lawsuits.
Well, dude, like for instance with the real estate stuff, that shit was way over my head, bro. I had no idea.
You were just throwing shit out there, hoping it stuck.
Oh my, dude, I couldn't even keep up. I was like, whoa, dude. The calculator, bam, smack. But yeah, so I'm wondering how moving forward we can also like have an informational piece on the show. You know how they do it on Rogan where they have like the plasma?
Like looking up stuff, like articles and clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just got to deal with the copyright stuff.
Do you know what the laws on that are, Slugs? In terms of
No.
like...
You can only show it for a certain amount of time. I don't know if it's like 15 seconds or something. And then some videos you can't show at all because they're copyrighted. It just depends on the individual content that you show.
And how do they gauge that? Is there like a little listing on the bottom of the video?
No, but like so if you were to upload it to YouTube and there were some copyrighted things, YouTube would basically just take it down.
Yeah,
because they have like bots or whatever
yeah,
to
like
read through
Spotify
that.
and Apple, you'd be fine. Like if you got audio clips, but I think YouTube's a lot tougher.
Yeah, if you want to show it like actual video, because they have people that go in and do that stuff, or computers that do that stuff.
Oh, Jack, also while you were gone, I made the ED, the executive decision, to go back to naming all the episodes Shit Golden Hour.
Okay.
I think it's easier that way.
Yeah.
And then it differentiates, don't you think?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Instead of like, what did they say about real estate in 2020 on Amazon e-commerce marketing?
You were just trying to have some old Boys Barney fun.
No, I was just trying to like get some eyes on it, but then I was like, honestly, if everyone's doing this, this is pointless. So what type of niche would you like to tap into? And that's really funny. When we ran this last time, I was like, yo, I want to get some politicians and people connected to politics on the show. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and you did it.
What happened? So what do you guys want to do next?
Hey, you listened to me too. I said I wanted some ghost stories, and I got some ghost stories.
You said, yeah, I remember you said you wanted me to get a palm reader up here.
But I'm also thinking like you were saying earlier, like some Salem witch type. Like I want to hear those kind of
A
stories.
storyteller.
Yeah, like but also like more about the local stuff.
You should get like a Satanist on here.
Oh, that'd be fire.
Could you find one? I'll do it. It'd be pretty fun.
But I mean, but Satanists, they don't worship Satan. You know that, right?
No, I don't know that.
Yeah, they don't.
What do they worship?
It's like
They're just like pissed.
it's more of like a kind of like this anarchical sense of belief. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm almost positive they don't actually worship Satan. There are
I thought they did.
I bet there are Satan
there
worshippers.
are Satan worshippers, but I don't think that's what a Satanist is.
What does a Satanist do?
I think there's a difference. I'm almost positive, but I could be wrong.
Is a Satanist like that dude at the end of True Detective? Would he be a Satanist?
Oh, the Yellow King?
Carcosa.
I don't know that guy. No,
Probably.
That storyline was weird. Oh, Jack, have you seen Parasite yet?
No.
What are you doing, Slugs?
I'm sorry.
You've
What
seen
about
it, right?
What about
Jack just saw it.
Blade Runner? Have you guys seen Blade Runner? That's a good one.
You
That's
like
a classic.
Parasite, Jack?
I did like it. I personally I thought it felt the very end kind of seemed like it was pushing a little bit. Is it based off a true story? Someone was telling me that they thought it was based off a true story, but I don't think so.
It's the storyline revolves around like real people who live underneath homes in Korea.
Oh,
like that's like a real community of people who live underneath rich people's homes.
Yeah, it's about like class warfare pretty much.
Yeah, and the director did a really good job at making the screenplay and script so transparent that like you understood the symbolism as you were watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I told you, we had the Boston Globe writer up here, our guy Isaac. The first time he was like, dude, Parasite is going to win the Oscars. And he came up here on the second time, he was like, dude, trust me, Parasite is going to win the best film. And then it won. It's insane.
Yeah, I know.
Are you looking at what a Satanist is?
I am.
What is it?
Give me a second.
Slugs, what else would you like to start tapping into?
I mean, I like the coronavirus kind of stuff, and I feel like it's really relevant right now. It freaks me out. I just want to like know as much as I can.
Why, you think you got it?
Not yet.
Let's hope not.
You should get like a doomsday prepper.
That's a really good idea. Like I'm gonna start writing these down. These are really good ideas.
Did you seen that show on Netflix?
Of course.
Yeah.
And they like give them a rating. They're like security rating 7. Although they have an 100-foot wall surrounding their house, it's only made of cedar wood, and that could burn down in an instant.
Yeah, I think there's one from Somerville. I'm not even joking.
I'll look it up right now.
Okay, so here I got a definition for you. So it basically says that like previously, like back like many years ago, that the idea was yes, they worship Satan, but in more recent times, it's more of they don't worship Satan, they don't view him as a god. It's more of just like we don't believe in Christian values, and we believe in more of like a self-loathing, like egotistical manner of like, do things for yourself.
Like nihilism, like nothing matters.
Yeah, it's like all basically everything reverse of the Christian church, but they don't practice any like evil things. They don't do like sacrifices and all that kind of stuff.
I'm sorry. I looked up Brendan's Doomsday Prepper. Can you say that one more time? You were right. There's a dude in Somerville.
Is there? Nice.
Yeah.
Get him on here.
Yeah, that's a must.
See when I invite people like that up, someone who's in like a totally new pocket, it's helped a lot. Where I'm like, yo, we're not trying to make fun of you. Like we actually just want to learn, and so they're normally like, sure, like I'd love to tell you. Initially, I'd say back in like May, I invited a conspiracy theorist up here.
I remember.
And he was like, I like came across like really aggressive. I might have said like, yo, do you wear a tinfoil hat, man?
No, who's that guy?
I said, yeah, we're looking for someone like who has theories similar to Alex Jones.
And you got so pissed when you said Alex Jones.
Oh, you wanted nothing to do with that.
He's said there's like different classifications of.
Well, yeah.
He's like, I'm not Alex Jones. Fuck you.
But if you look at the guy's content, it's like, it's a total smorgasbord of different ideas.
That same guy you're showing me?
I'll reach back out to him. I think he'd actually like to come up. He's a pretty good speaker, pretty well spoken. Can you explain what a Satanism is again?
So, in previous years, like probably hundreds of years ago, it was like a more of a Satanist god, like follow him, whatever. But in modern times, like the modern Satanist, it has nothing to do with really Satan and more everything to do against the values that Christian worshipers.
Oh, it's like anti-Christian.
Anti-Christian. That's basically it.
We get a Scientologist up here.
I told you, you don't want to go down that road.
Why not?
Because they'll throw suits at you. Like they have all the money in the world and they don't care. Like they'll go after you if you slander them.
They're like they're known to be very protective of the church. I remember Lee Ramini went on to.
No, I was saying you can get an ex-Scientologist.
Oh, someone that's not.
You probably get in trouble there too. Though.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the West Baspo Church,
West Baptist Church?
Yeah, remember when they came to Sudbury?
Yeah.
That was crazy. I was just thinking that.
The Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah.
You get any like side jokes like that growing up?
I do.
All the time. Because Brendan's from Westboro, Mass.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we want to tap in. I'll work on the Doomsday Prepper. I think that'd be a really, really fun episode. And then a Satanist. What else in Slugs? What do you want? Slugs is heavy on like the Rachel Maddow tip. Like, what's the breaking story today? What would you like next?
I think it would be really cool to get someone up here to talk about like what's happening with the Red Sox right now and like how they have or like basically like, the Astros cheating scandal and how it also like connects to Boston because the manager was from the Astros. I think that would be really cool. But I also love the Red Sox, I think.
You want me to get a Red Sox player on here?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? How about those guys, the deep fish tuna guys? What's that show?
Oh,
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
deep
know.
sea fishing, like it's on Discovery. It's all these like Massachusetts guys.
Oh, speaking of which, there's a ferry driver I know.
I know, you gotta get him up. I love that dude.
I know this guy who's pretty close with him actually, who is the youngest ferry captain in the U.S. And him and his brother own their own ferry company, and it's like these guys got some stories.
He's got some stories.
Imagine just like being on sea, like growing up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, are you guys reading anything right now?
I'm currently reading the Keith Richards biography, and I also just finished the Flea biography, Acid Children. It's the basis for Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I've seen or I've read the Anthony Kiedis.
That was a great one too. I've read that.
Tissue.
Yeah, Scar Tissue. That's a good one.
I'm sure I would like the Flea one too.
The Flea one's it's just as good, but a lot shorter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a quick read. Finished it in like a day and a half, not even.
Well, he actually like he was never into drugs despite like his ridiculous personality, right?
No, he did drugs. He just wasn't.
But
he
wasn't like
an addict like Anthony Kiedis was, and the rest of the band members.
Okay.
He said that for whatever reason, music was stronger than drugs.
I mean, yeah, it's probably the best bassist of all time.
Yeah,
I think.
I would agree. What's going on, Conor?
What I'm getting a call. Slugs, what drugs are the kids taking on campus nowadays?
You asked me this last time I was here.
Did I?
Yeah.
Is there like a trendy drug? I told you for us.
Not that I know of.
Well, it just comes in waves. I'm just like fascinated by how like certain drugs become really popular and they just phase out for like 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I know what you mean. Like Xanax
Yeah,
was
like,
huge.
yeah,
like,
when we were at
sophomore and
school.
Junior year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know
like
what
I
it
feel
is.
like when we were younger,
And kids were doing Jankum when we were in high school.
yeah, Jankum, and also what was
No,
that?
dude, no one was doing Jankum.
No, what was it?
You're like, yeah, dude, that was awesome.
No, I was thinking of what's that synthetic that
K2.
synthetic- yeah, people were smoking K2 and they're like and bath salts. Well, basketball, like people weren't doing it in high school, but like that was big in the news was bath salts back
because that dude in Miami.
In Miami went crazy.
Well, I can't think of the name. It was illegal to buy.
Yeah,
Like you went. It was like a 1 minute high.
I don't know about
Kids
that,
used
but
to-
That nitrous?
No. No.
people are into that. Like nitrous is big.
How you guys trying to get all this stuff done? What?
There's a kid at our high school-
Oh my god.
kid at our
You
high
like
school
open my
that-
backpack, there's just mad empty bottles.
Yeah, you got caught like with a dozen like whipped cream cans in his car.
Yeah, dead ass.
School.
At your school?
Yeah.
No, that happened at PC too. Do you remember that kid we called Whippets?
Yeah, no, I remember that.
No one does Whippets, Slugs? It's
Not
just
that
a,
I
I
know.
hope not.
it's just a really just like, yo, if you're doing it, you're just not giving a fuck.
Doesn't it just kill brain cells?
Giving up
It's
on your
like
brain.
from what I hear, all it does is make you lightheaded. I could be totally wrong though, but from what I hear is like when you do it, all that happens is make you lightheaded. So it's just like the same thing when you were in like 5th grade and you like overdo it on a permanent marker or like a smelly marker. It's like nothing good's from it. You're just like, I just want to get fucking high.
It's fucking hilarious.
Dead's ass. I also really enjoyed the mayor episode. It was great.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, he came back up, Jack. He was awesome.
I've not been able to listen to it since it's not live yet, but
Next Tuesday.
I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds good.
Cool. Yeah, I don't want to say it yet, but I did have another conversation again with someone we've talked about that could be coming up pretty soon, which would be pretty cool. And I also had another conversation today with another really cool person that I think maybe you want to come up. One really cool thing about like the persistence of like where the show's at is like, okay, now it's like actually it's like legit. So my sales pitch when I call people up, it's not as tough anymore because like, oh shit, we're like 160, 70 episodes in. It's like, okay, this is like a real show. When I was like 40 episodes in, it'd be hard calling someone in a different industry because it'd be like, dude, all you've had are like these Boston rappers up on the show.
Good times.
I will tell you one thing too. My desire to like land the biggest guest of all time has like totally phased out. Like doesn't like drive me anymore. Like I'd way rather have someone with just a cool story now.
Yeah, a little entertainment. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree.
I mean, that's down the road anyways. Like, that's not how you're gonna build it up.
Absolutely, but like on an ego tip, it's like when this is going, if you land someone you think's like a really hard person to get on the show. Like for instance, like when I got the Cambridge mayor up here, I was like, oh my god, that's huge. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
For sure, but what I'm saying is like I just don't have the same drive to do that anymore. I'd rather just get someone who's like really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can have interesting conversations with anyone.
And some people you can have bad conversations with.
Yeah. For sure.
Dead ass.
For sure.
Okay, what else is going on? Slugs, hit me with something in the news or whatever's going on in your head.
What's going? I have another idea for someone that you can get on the show.
I want you to get them.
I have to find them. But okay, so
I'll help you.
recently I have been watching a lot of like survival TV.
Oh,
I don't know
God.
why.
Wait, which one though?
Naked and Afraid.
Oh, slug.
I love it. I love it. And I want you to get someone who's a survivalist up here.
Have you seen if there are any in Massachusetts?
Yeah, there was one from Connecticut, and I was like,
Was it a
"What?"
dude or a chick?
It was a chick. She was terrible. She like had to tap out.
The show is ridiculous. It's hilarious.
I love
She's
it.
like, I'm really cold and I'm really tired. And Brian just doesn't get it.
Don't like a lot of them go home sick with like bad different diseases?
Well,
Yeah,
let
they
me
get
get bug bites.
They get these terrible like diseases, and it's just so entertaining. I love it.
They drink the water and then they just end up shitting themselves for like 10 days straight.
Yeah, like, all right, they're like, all right, we need to cover up with these leaves tonight. They like wake up and they were like just like covering themselves in poison ivy. Yeah. Like, I'm so itchy, Brian. Please.
Conor, what was the one that you liked? It was like.
I loved Man vs. Wild.
Oh yeah, Man vs. Wild.
You remember the Bear Grylls show?
Yeah. What about Coyote Peterson?
Oh, the Dual Survival.
Yeah, Dual Survival. That's one you
Is
liked.
that Coyote?
I know what you're talking about. Though.
There was like the military guy, and then there was the guy who like never wore shoes his whole life. You talking about that guy?
Nah, I haven't seen that one.
You know that show,
one.
right?
That one was hilarious.
That show was fire.
I actually enjoyed that one. We would always watch that at your house.
But who's mad slept on is the cameramen in those shows because
They have to do it.
they
too.
do the same thing, but they just holding the camera
They
though.
have to stay steady, like while there's like
Yeah,
like a Komodo dragon, like.
I know. And they get no love. These two Bear Grylls would be like ascending like 10,000-foot mountains and like rock faces. And the only way they could get footage if someone else also did the same thing with the camera.
Well, he's got a new one where he just has like celebrities up on his show.
That's mad smart.
It's kind of swag. Just has different celebrities do the same show that he always used to do.
Oh, they go into the wild?
Yeah,
I think he
they
did
do.
an episode of Will Ferrell or something.
They do like a 3-day trip or like a 2-day trip, and that's it. But it's kind of a good idea.
Slugs, do you watch any reality TV besides besides Naked and Afraid?
I also like the food challenge ones.
Like what?
Well, I used to watch Man vs. Food a lot, and sometimes I like rewatch them.
That Jack used to love that too.
No, it was Downers, Drives, and Dabs. That was my show
Well,
with
yeah.
Guy Fieri.
But then Man vs. Food would come on after. I remember. That's,
yeah,
that's that dude Adam.
Yeah.
But he had to like stop doing it. So then he had another.
Yeah, he probably gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, I think he
He had
did.
another show where he would like cheer people on while they did it.
While they killed themselves.
Dude had too many hot wings and like literally croaked.
I just like have like 3 images in my mind of that dude. One where he's like smiling outside the restaurant. The second one he's like in the restaurant. He's like, oh god. And the third one he's like, all right, I'm out of here. And there's like sauce all over his face. It was quite the show.
Some of those places, I don't even know where they exist. But have you heard of like the heart attack?
Yeah, that was like a case
You saw
study.
that? Yeah, in high school,
Yeah.
they actually like brand themselves as like the cardiac arrest fries and like.
Oh my
It,
god.
yeah, the name of their most greasy burger is like the quadruple bypass burger.
Oh my god.
You have to respect that.
It's really smart. They're like, yo, if you're over 350 pounds, you eat for free. It's
Dude, so
it's
funny.
genius
My heart just
marketing.
hurt just hearing
Only in
that coming to your
America,
mouth.
only in America.
It's in Vegas. I remember, and I remember they interviewed the guy. They're like, you understand this is totally immoral. He was like, I am aware. That's funny.
Yeah, my uncle did a food challenge. There's a restaurant near our house, and when he visited, he like it was a breakfast food challenge, and if you completed it, you got the meal for free and a T-shirt and your picture on the wall.
Did he win?
Well, the first year he didn't, and then he like started watching Man vs. Food and like drinking a lot of water beforehand to expand his stomach and like studying for this. And then we went back, and it was like we were all sitting at the breakfast table, but he had like headphones on. He was like he did it. It was crazy. It was like 2 Belgian waffles, 2 pancakes, 6 eggs, half a pound of cheese, 2 chicken breasts, 6 or like half a pound of bacon, 3 sausage patties, and you only got 8 ounces of juice, but it couldn't be water. He did it.
That sounds wildly unhealthy. I haven't had breakfast now for like 2.5 years. What's it like, guys?
I mean, do you still have breakfast food or no?
I haven't in a really
Like,
long
will
time.
you eat like bacon and
Eggs.
eggs?
Well, I went keto for like 2 weeks.
Because bacon and eggs are always still good no matter what time of day.
Did I ever tell you guys about my keto experience?
No.
Maybe.
So I was coming off, I had just gotten shoulder surgery and I was in like really bad shape. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to like, I've fasted before. I've been in good shape before, but I'm going to try keto because I see all these YouTube videos and it seems like legit. So they were like, all right, you got to eat at the start. You got to eat a ton of extra fatty foods to get yourself into ketosis. So I like went on a grocery shop. I got like tons of like ground hamburg meat, like blue cheese and eggs, whatever. I literally ate and I literally put like 3 pounds of ground beef on a skillet and I like drowned it in olive oil and like stuffed blue cheese in it and put bacon in it. And I ate it for like probably 2 weeks straight. Is all I ate.
Any
What kind
seasoning?
of diet?
And well, because then in my mind I'm like, nah, this is how keto works, dude. And every day I just started I was probably like 200 pounds. After the 2 weeks, I was like 215. I was like, nah, this is what happens at the start of the diet. Like the whole house smells like grease. Disgusting.
Did you get into the ketosis stage?
Yeah, I ended up getting into ketosis, and I felt like sick for 2 more weeks. So what happens? You get the keto fog, and so,
Dude kept telling everyone how amazing it was.
well, because I was waiting, I was like, oh, I think I'm finally over the hump. Like I feel good today. I looked at myself in the mirror, I couldn't move my face. Also, I promised you guys that I would win this competition, right? With Mikey Bonkers to get everyone a free meal. I will win the competition.
He was talking a whole lot of smack when I saw him.
He's taking a fat burner, which is totally unfair.
Is he?
I looked on his Instagram, and he was like, one of his supplement sponsors is a fat burner.
Oh shit.
That is not fair. And so I called him. I was like, bro, you cannot be taking that.
He's.
That should have been pretty clear to him, right?
Yeah, but he's like, dude, I run a fitness brand. You just want me to stop all my supplements? I was like, dude, we're having a competition and you get leaner. Yeah, like I'm not cheating. But I will tell you this much, and don't be concerned when I tell you this, but I have already lost 8.5 pounds in 13 days.
That is impressive and also dangerous.
I don't feel so
You should
good.
get like liposuction.
No, I'm definitely getting plastic surgery, 100%. To win, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Have you started the 20-hour days yet? 20-hour fast?
I'm at 19, and then I've been tossing in a 24-hour weekly. I think this weekend I'll try to do like a 26-hour. And then to end it, right? Well, the thing is, it's not an evaluation of who can lose the most weight. It's who
Muscle to fat, right?
Yeah, so it's who can still maintain the muscle and lose the most fat for the most part, or gain muscle and lose fat.
Just percentage.
Yeah, so like that's not if it was literally just lean out, like this would be in the bag.
Yeah, of course.
Because I wouldn't eat for like 36 days.
We know you wouldn't.
You guys should all try 24-hour fast. Honestly, you would like it. Well,
I've done plenty of them.
have you done over that yet? Have you done 36?
Yeah, I've done a 48-hour.
Yeah, it's great. You should try it. You might like it.
One of my friends did a 96.
Oh, nice.
Oh, was
He
it a
almost
water
passed
fast?
No, it was a bet he made with his friend.
He almost passed away.
He probably slept for like 2 days straight in the middle of it.
Yeah, he said the last day wasn't like the worst days was easily like 2 and 3. He said he thought he was gonna die.
Well, what happens if you try to push it past 24 is you'll reach 24. So let's say I stopped eating at 4 p.m. today and I fast until 4 p.m. tomorrow, right? That's like a good window because like you got like 6-7 hours in the night, then you wake up and you're like, all right, I got a long fast. And then you have to just wait like 6 more hours that second day to go to bed, and then you gain another 8 hours. So it's that second day where it's like, whoa, dude, I'm like really starting to see stuff.
Well, I find it's like when you like think you're gonna break it, like when you plan on when you're gonna break it is when it gets worse, because then you're counting down the hours, and that's when I find it to be like tough.
If you keep yourself mad occupied.
If you don't even think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat, like you literally gotta tell yourself you're never gonna eat again, and then it's like fine, it's easy.
Was this in the woods when you did it?
No, I've done it a couple other times, just like personally, but I've done it camping. I've done it like just in school, just haven't eaten.
It's kind of like holding your breath underwater. Like you know if you push past certain days, you can just go like to like 2 minutes, like 2-3 minutes. Like,
yeah,
it's just all mental.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just it's a little easier for me now just because I'm adapted to like a long fast anyway. But you reach a point. I'm telling you, it's really interesting when you pass like 22 hours and you're not anxious anymore. Like any nerves you have just like are literally gone.
It's because you have nothing in your system.
You can't literally, and you can't like focus on anything. Like,
It sounds like your personality.
No, you can't like focus on.
You're like, this is a good thing.
No, I'm like trying to tell you the good stuff about it. Like, you're more prone to diseases.
It's like you feel lightheaded.
No, that's the thing. Like, you can't even talk to people, which is fire. But there is, I just don't know how to explain it. There is when you reach a certain point where you're like really fully fasted, you just like are really calm. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Have you reached that point?
I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. But
Slugs, have you ever tried to fast?
No. I like breakfast too much.
Yeah, I feel you. Have you've fucked around with it a little bit, right?
I don't really eat breakfast either.
I just have breakfast for dinner. I fucking love breakfast food.
What do they eat in Australia?
What do they eat in Australia? All the same shit.
Just like same American food.
Yeah, the same
Do
thing.
you see any of the wreckage?
No, but like whenever, because it rained the first 2 weeks I was there, so whenever there was big rain, you would see smoke because the smoldering would cause more smoke to show up, so it would drift into the city. I was in Sydney, and then all the fires were south of Sydney, like more inland.
Yo, were there any kangaroos you saw?
I saw mad kangaroos. One just came up right up to me and like was just chilling right next to me.
It was kind?
It was like basically domesticated. It just wanted to chill with me.
Is it like really weird mannerisms? Like they actually throw punches?
No. They're basically like the deer of Australia. I mean, there's deer in Australia, but they're not very common. Like you don't see a lot of them, but you see just so many kangaroos as soon as you leave the city.
Are they big?
On the west coast of Australia, they're big. They're called red kangaroos, and they're fucking massive.
How big?
And they're jacked, like like they look like they're on steroids.
They're such a strange animal.
But the ones on the east coast where I was, they're like tiny. They're like up to my no more than up to my chest or shorter.
And what the red are like about as big as your body?
Yeah, they're humongous and they could kill you.
Really?
I mean, they got some sharp ass talons and they just fucking throw kicks
square
and punches. Like they don't give a fuck.
On humans or other kangaroos?
Other kangaroos, they are pretty cool with humans, honestly.
And what, they just like go about mind their business and like don't really care?
They just eat grass and they just chill.
So what did they evolve from? Was it a dog or a bunny? Or a deer?
Dude, I don't know.
From my understanding, is like Australia was cut off from the rest of the world for a long time. That's why they have like all these unique species like wallabies, koalas. It's just because no one was migrating for like thousands of years, so they just evolved separately from like other habitats.
Yeah, they got flying foxes too. Shit's crazy.
What about you see emus at all?
No, I didn't see any.
Emus are like ostriches, right?
Yeah.
Similar, yeah.
See, what I don't know if this was the same for you, but what someone told me is like as soon as you get off the plane, all the trees look weird too, and it's like it literally looks like a different planet.
Yeah, no, the trees are very weird in Australia. Like some of them are kind of tropical, and then other ones look like they're just like pine trees that you would see randomly, but they're like upside down pine trees.
For some reason, like you remember like Sims, like Dark and Snoogan Dang,
yeah,
like the game. It reminds me of like a house you would build in Sims, like just like a bunch of like randomness.
It is a weird country. It is a weird country.
People are nice though.
Yeah, they're right. I'd say not like non-Australian people are kind of like people that move to Australia are really friendly.
Like the Filipino people.
Lots of Brazilians, lots of Canadians,
New Zealandans.
Yeah, you see New Zealanders. Australians are nice. They're just not like overly friendly. Like they won't like strike up a conversation with you. Like they don't won't say like please and thank you or excuse me. They're just like, all right, cool.
Are they fascinated by American culture similar to like Chinese people?
They fucking love hip hop. Like they're
wow.
But it's like the most cheesy shit you've ever seen.
I was gonna say they probably liked like they love Eminem.
They love Eminem, but you'll look around and they'll see posters of like concerts. And they're wearing like the most like it's like these just like random white Australians, and they're wearing like the most cheesy rap costumes you'd ever see in your life, like just chains and like one of those like polar, like polo like bear shirts. And
that's similar to like Chris Lilly series. Have you guys seen Chris Lilly series? Like Summer Heights High or Jonah of Tonga?
No, I haven't seen his new show.
Oh, what's his new one called?
I haven't seen his new one, but Jonah of Tonga and all those are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, those are classics.
Have you seen them, Slugs?
No.
They're great. They're like you can't even explain the comedy. There's this one guy who's like the most insanely talented comedian ever. Dude, he directs it, he scores it, he writes it, he produces it, and he he's the three main characters in this series about like this network of relationships in a school. It's incredible.
It's hilarious.
No one's like done that besides Mike Myers, maybe.
Fuck you, miss.
Yeah, very similar to Mike Myers. Mike Myers is incredible too. But well, actually, I mean, Jamie Foxx definitely did it. Martin Lawrence did it, and Eddie Murphy for sure did it.
Yeah,
Right.
In Big Mama House.
Yeah, Big Mama House. I was about to say that. Who was that dude's name?
And what is the name of that movie? Norbit?
Oh, Norbit? Yeah.
Who was it where he was like mad fat and then became mad fit and like all the chicks loved him?
That's not Eddie Murphy, was it?
Norbit?
Was it? Yeah. Well, who was that? Who acted in Norbit? Who was the actor?
I think it must have been Eddie Murphy.
Was it Chris Rock? I don't remember.
You're mad racist.
Dude, well, it was not one of the older ones. It was like a newer movie, like of those that we listed.
It was Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Norbit.
9% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's fire.
It's classic.
So you guys don't know this, but I saw myself in a movie recently.
I did.
I was in a movie. Remember I was in that movie at PC, and I was like, guys, I'm in a movie with Don Johnson. You remember I kept going around that?
Is that out?
It's out now, yeah. I'm in it for like 0.3 seconds.
Oh, I know what your outfit is, though. Is that
Yeah.
70s?
You can see me. I'm smoking a cigarette. It's hilarious.
And you had like the brightest costume in the whole movie. Like everyone else is wearing brown and like just mad muted colors, and you just got like this freaking neon fucking outfit going on.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
But dude, you know what's hilarious? How much they fucking play Central Intelligence everywhere.
Dude, I probably get a text a week about it now. You know, Slugs. You know, I was in a movie with Chris Hart and fucking Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson.
I did not know this.
Slugs, you don't know who you're working with, man.
He's a celebrity.
Those are my co-stars.
But they literally play that movie all the time, and so you're just like constantly on public TV or whatever, regular cable.
Yeah, every flight in the country. Like,
Oh yeah, every flight in the country has Central Intelligence.
I actually really like the movie too. I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'll give them that.
You got any more movies lined up?
I got a big project we're working
Your
on.
own one? Your own Zuby?
That's the goal, man. I want to make a really big one. I want to make a really, really big one in the city. It's always been my goal. And so, like, it's just interesting because when we started, I was like, Jack, we need, like, some sort of vessel to do it. Like, we need a vessel. Didn't I?
Yeah, you did say
I
that.
was like, we need a vessel. Like, we need to meet people. Like, you can't just make a movie out of nowhere and no one knows you. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it was never my intention to, like, become a big host or like, be a host for a bunch of people in the city. It's just, like, interesting. That's how it's happened. And who knows? Maybe we'll make the movie and it will be amazing and then, like, nothing will come from it. Or we'll make one and it'll be like, all right, it's time. We got to make another one and really make an impact in the city. But I don't know. It's just really interesting to see how things have been connecting. It's been like blowing my mind.
Yo, what are you looking up?
I'm looking up the Central Intelligence thing for Slugs.
Pause. I saw Mikey Bonkers back.
Yeah, we're taking nudies in the gym.
Oh yeah. So when are you going to the fucking what's it called? The Arthur.
Oh, the Arnold. Jack, when are you going to Arnold, dude?
I'm going next Thursday night. Possibly
excited?
Friday morning because we have to set up on Friday, and then it's just the weekend is the expo.
Nice.
But the competition starts on the 3rd, which is I think.
Do you know
Tuesday.
anyone big going there? Like CT Fletcher? Anyone?
Oh, all those. Everyone who's like big in the industry will be there, 100%.
Well, Kino Body will be there, right?
Kano Body will be there.
I know it's not your thing.
The Mountain will be there.
But dude, I know it is not your thing to go up and introduce yourself to people, but you have to do it.
You have to go talk to Kano, bro.
You have to go talk to him.
Why? Just because you want his number or something?
No, Jack. How long have you been following this dude for?
You've been following.
Haven't been following him?
No, I haven't. Actually.
You watch his videos. Get out of here.
I don't.
Jack will be like, dude, I can't believe you watch that content, and then Jack will know everything about the YouTuber.
Dude,
Trust
because
me.
you show me it. I've never followed that dude in my entire life.
Oh, so you won't go up to him and say what's up?
Hey, listen, if I see him, I'll tell him that my buddy Conor keeps on posting on your videos.
Take a picture.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm not asking for much. I just want you to go up to him and say, "What's up, dude?"
Okay. I think I can handle that.
It'd be great.
There'll be like a 2-hour line, but I'll do it.
Who knows? So, Jack, you designed the booth for it?
Yeah, I just did like tablecloths, banners, all that kind of stuff, merchandise, flyers.
Hey, Slugs, any ideas in terms of like merchandising for what you'd like us to do next?
Yeah, because we're probably going to have to do a new T-shirt design in the next month or so.
I liked the T one that you were talking about.
Oh, yeah. We did like that one.
Too many colors is the issue. Design was too intricate.
What's wrong with colors?
Printing.
Expensive.
Okay. that
Money.
makes sense. Make it black and white.
Okay, tasteless. Okay, no taste.
Brendan, any ideas?
What's good with the James Bond back there? Why do you have that up?
I did not put that there.
There's usually about a new piece of art up either once a week or every 2 days.
I like that. Little art exhibit back here.
So that one looks like a Target, which is a little concerning.
We don't put them up there, but they show up.
Sometimes, as you probably started to know, sometimes the studio just has random changes to it, and you.
Sometimes it's people.
It's just they call it the warehouse shuffle.
Shuffle. It's a fact.
You never know what you're gonna get, man. I am extremely excited for it to start getting warmer out, though.
Well, it's getting a little warm. It's like in the 50s now, right?
It was so warm the past few days.
I know, but when it's gonna be like 70 out, oh my god, it's gonna be so.
You're getting a little too cold.
I do have a really bad anemia problem.
But
I saw my doctor again recently. Did I tell you this?
Bro, but the thing is that you never most of the time you do not wear proper clothes for the winter.
Dude, listen.
You usually are just wearing that sweater right there, and sometimes you put on a winter jacket.
I legitimately was cold for 5 days straight. When I slept, when I woke up, in the shower, I was freezing.
Even like this boiling hot shower, you're just shaking.
My anemia got out of hand, and I don't know, dude.
Is it from diet? When it gets
they don't know. So I mean, again, I don't know if I told you guys this, but like, I was having all these stomach issues about like 2 months ago, and I went to the doctor. They ran like a bunch of blood tests over and over and over. They couldn't find it, and then they ended up finding that I have like low white blood cell count, low red blood cell count, and low platelets. And so when he told me this, I was like, bro, I honestly was like, dude, do I have like cancer? Like,
yeah,
I have no idea what the fuck this means. And they're like, no, you're just like highly anemic. So what that means is I'll see you guys later. You know what I'm saying? You guys will probably live to like 80. I'm croaking at like 40.
You're saying you're a vampire is what you're saying.
No, is anemic what Shaylee has?
I don't know what
you know when her hands get like orange and purple.
Yeah, that's lack of blood through your system.
That doesn't happen to you.
No, that it happens to him all the fucking time.
Dude, I'm like,
dude's hand changes to color every hour. Usually it's purple.
I got that reinforced cafe hand. Slugs, I also owe you DINNER, dude. I'm taking Slugs to PETA.
Oh yeah.
Did you take your bike here?
No.
Oh yeah, we should have PETA on.
That'd be great.
Get him really pissed off.
What?
Say we're like hunters.
Which dude?
PETA.
Oh, PETA.
No,
PETA. PETA.
No, we're talking about the restaurant.
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
No, we could do would be really cool is have someone from MSPCA up.
What's that?
They would love to come on.
It's this like major dog shelter in Boston.
Oh.
Maybe they bring puppies?
Yes, they should bring dogs.
They would bring puppies up. That'd be fire.
And also the Auburn Society. What's like the like Vero Farm? Like it's like a conservative.
Oh God, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, sorry, you hated my head. Yeah, I'll just shut up. My bad.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, we should get Knights of Columbus on too.
What's that?
Well, I know members.
What's Knights of Columbus?
It's like a men's club. It's like the same. It's kind of like an American Legion or VFW.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
They all have their own different classifications, though.
How about
or the Elks? The Elks is a good one.
What's that? What does that stand for?
Oh, my grandfather was an elk.
I don't know. Honestly, my dad's an elk though.
It's a gentleman's club kind of thing.
Just like bar rooms, like where they put like Keno and like eat peanut trail mix and like. Well, my dad goes
I
to
love
beef.
Keno, though.
You do? Do you win?
I mean, like any gambling, usually not.
Slugs, you been to the casino yet?
I have in Canada though, because I'm not 21.
You can go when you're 18 here, right? Or no?
I don't think so.
You
I
can't.
don't think so. No, 21.
Slugs, when's your birthday?
February
Did it?
of 2021. I'll be 2021.
Wait,
I'll be 21.
Did your birthday pass and I didn't know?
Yeah, it was Sunday.
What?
Why don't you tell us?
All right, let's do it together. And we'll cut this up as a clip.
Oh no!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Slug. Ho, whoa. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Slugs.
And that's free.
Wow, that
I
was
can't believe I didn't
thanks.
know. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Shoot.
I'm not a big birthday person.
The
All right,
big-
I'm going to take you to PETA after this, okay?
I
What-
have softball after this.
Oh.
What time? 9?
10.
It's 7:37.
She
I
can't
know.
eat before practice.
You can't eat
dude.
before practice?
I already ate dinner.
All right, fine. I won't get you free dinner for your birthday.
Sorry.
All right, we'll cut that up as a clip. We need 2 more clips. Tell me.
Oh my god, this guy's a psycho.
But honestly, what else can we cut up on this?
What else can we cut up? I don't know. What do you want to talk about, Connor?
I love running these check-ins. I think they're great. I think they're awesome like timelines to check in like every like 2-3
We
months.
should do Connor's health.
Watch me slowly degrade.
Connor's health update. 48-hour fast. Dying of anemia. What else?
No, Brendan, know what was interesting? We used to discuss was there was like this new form of content where people would just film their whole day in their house. Do you remember that?
Vlogging?
Yeah, vlogging.
No, but they would like literally just have a stationary camera in their house for a full day.
What was his name? Slipping my mind, but yeah. I mean, I think that's still pretty big, though, right?
I have no idea. I've never seen
no
it.
interest in doing it.
Just watching someone live.
There's zero privacy.
Oh, I had a picture up, but dude, we've been getting mad plays on the podcast in Ireland. Like tons of people been bumping it in Ireland.
Peggy's been telling all her family.
Maybe, who knows? But it's in like mad different regions.
Nice, we like that.
Going international.
That's our family out there.
I've never been.
You got to get out there.
Have you been?
No, I'm trying to go, though.
We'll have
I
to
still
go.
I still have family out there.
Dead ass.
Yeah,
Bro, you know from Providence like a $90 flight, right?
I know.
$90.
Just haven't.
It is
Pull the
gorgeous.
trigger.
It's like a gorgeous
Ireland
country.
is so pretty.
Yeah.
You've been?
I went by myself. It
No.
was really cool.
No way. What was your biggest takeaway?
Well, it was a really cool experience, and I had never like traveled anywhere alone, and I booked my ticket and I didn't tell anyone that I was going till I was there, so no one could stop me. Like
What?
it was like when I was studying abroad.
Oh, okay.
So like
Okay. I thought
I
you
was
just
like
or like you just sent
I
it.
just pieced out. No, but it was like really cool because I got to do everything that I wanted to do. And because I had traveled with friends a lot. And so a lot of time there were compromises and stuff like that. But I was like, no, I get to do everything that I want to do.
Were you lonely?
No, I mean, a little bit. I was like, why did I do this? And it was a little freaky. Like I had never been, I had no idea where I was going. I should have done more research, but it was really cool. I'm glad that I did it.
Where was your home base abroad? London?
No, Rome.
You're in Rome. Brenna went to Rome.
Yeah, a bunch of our friends went there.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I
mean,
love
crazy.
Rome.
Yeah, crazy just being in the middle of all that architecture, and you're just like out.
And there's
having
just
a
like
good time with
ruins
your friends,
everywhere.
Yeah,
Like you would walk by, like, oh, that's where that's like the Vatican, and that's where Julius Caesar died, and like all these crazy things.
You're like, that's where Brad Pitt had that fight with that other guy.
that was only you thinking that.
Oh, okay, my fault. Yeah, stupid. Like, that's where Russell Crowe won that fight. Gladiator's in a great movie, dude. Do you like the Joker?
yeah.
Oh, I saw that
Very
too.
well.
I watched mad movies on the plane.
How incredible was his performance?
Mad good.
How about that shot where he's hunched over?
I was like, damn, that's how my back feels right now on this plane.
I was like, damn, that dude is sculpted. That was nasty. Okay, let's riggedy wrap it up so we can set up the old space. And we're gonna have to break this down real quick. And there's 4 of us. So it's probably take us like 2 minutes. We don't even have to put Jack new advanced for the studio. We don't even have to put the table up there anymore. We put it behind that thing.
So nice.
Sweet.
Hi, I'm Slugs.
And I'm Jack Bigelow.
And I'm Brennan Kilcoyne.
And I'm Conor Holway.
And that was our February 2020 Golden Hour.